Okay, so I'm giving this videoing blog thing a go because I bought a yacht and I want to be able to look back on it in a few years' time, 20 years' time, and just enjoy, I guess, the whole experience of what I learned. So why did I get a yacht? I got a yacht because in 2011 I went sailing for the first time. It was a couple of weeks trip and it was just amazing. When I think back to a time in my life when it was just completely peaceful and exciting and adventurous, it was that sailing trip. So I knew from then on that it was something I wanted to do. They're currently up the sail, doing work up the sail, up the mast. Yep. That's how much I know about sailing. So it's going to be a little bit noisy, sorry. So went on that 2011 trip and it was amazing. Loved every bit of it. I've been spearfishing for 6 years, so I know I love the ocean. I know I don't get seasick. I hope I still don't get seasick even when I'm in a yacht. And it's something that I've always wanted to do since then. So I started looking for a yacht and I found Kuna through a good friend, Paul Hogger, who he's circumnavigating with his wife at the moment. They've got a blog, Yacht Lorelei, I think, yachtlorelei.com, and it's yeah, fantastic. Their pictures are amazing. So talked to Paul, was sending him links of boats. He said, nah, not good enough. Save a bit more money and get something that you don't have to upgrade later. So he then went and looked at hundreds of boats on boatsales.com and sent me one link. It's the only link to a boat he's ever sent me, and that was Kuna, who I'm on right now. So he sent me that link. I called up Jason, the current owner. So he's a 33-year-old pilot who's moving to France. That's why he's getting rid of Kuna. And came down, saw Kuna, got a surveyor in, shook hands on the deal, and that was back on February 29. So it's now April 5, so about 5 weeks later, and we're just getting ready to leave. So some of the things we had to do to prepare for the trip was provisioning. We had to get the rigging project done, a bit of shopping, and some cleaning. So for the rigging, it had old galvanised rigging that we had to replace. The rigging, this is all new to me, most of it's new to me. The rigging holds the mast up, the mast holds your sails, so really important. The rigging's all the wires that go around to different points on the boat. So getting that replaced before we head off, and that resulted in some project creep. A pin got lost, a hammer got dropped from the top of the mast, and we've got to send that back and repaint it. The pin had to be ordered overnight, then a turnbuckle broke that was holding the forestay. The forestay is the bit of wire that holds the top of the mast to the front of the boat, and it goes through the furler, and the furler holds, I think it's the head sail, head sail, makes sense. That holds the head sail, so the piece of stainless steel rigging goes through that. So the turnbuckle that holds it broke, which should not happen. Luckily it happened in here and we're able to replace it. So we had to order that as well. So we had yesterday as a bit of a, we just were waiting around for this part to arrive today. So we got some shopping done. I wanted to buy a 1000-watt inverter for all the toys. So GoPros, I've got a drone who I call Scout, my laptop, iPhone, iPad, all of those things. So I got a 1000-watt inverter, and then Jason had to hook that up for me. Got some tips from a new friend, Rob. Thanks, Rob, for being an awesome electrician. And the words volts and watts and amps I've used more in the past few days than I ever had before, but I still do not get it. That's definitely something I've got to learn. So we got the inverter. While Jason hooked that up, I did some cleaning. So pulled lots out of all the cupboards in the boat and threw a heap of stuff out. Some of it Jason had never even seen or opened. So did all of that. And then I had to go to BCF and get a few lures. Luckily, I checked with all my Facebook friends before going there for some recommendations on trolling lures, going up the east coast with mackerel, wahoo, all of that around. And they came back with some really awesome tips because the BCF guy knew nothing, didn't even know how an overhead reel worked. So that was useless. But Facebook friends, yeah, you're all awesome. Thank you so much. Helco 190s is what I got and some other bits and pieces. So got my fishing gear ready, and then today, while we just sat around, we had to wait for the rigger to call us back, hoping that the parts had arrived. I cleaned out all the paperwork in the boat. The paperwork was all over the place a little bit, so put it all into folders, which was really awesome. Found all of the manuals and stuff for different things. Also found the original drawings for the boat, so that's cool. Hopefully get them framed to something really awesome. And yeah, now we're just getting ready to leave. So I'm about to head off my last hot shower for a whole month, and looks like we're going to get a bit of a storm or at least some good rain tonight when we cruise off, but should be alright. Wish us luck. Bye.